Come to order. County Court for Van Buren's in session. Chairman Heek is in presiding.
Mr. Mayor, will you lead us in word of prayer?
Will. Dear Heavenly Father, just give you thanks, praise for your goodness tonight, God. I thank you, God, that we're all here tonight. And I pray, God, as we're here, do business, Father, I pray that you'd help us to make right and sound decisions to best be for this county and this government. Praise for all your goodness. In Jesus' name, amen.
I'll stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Terry,
Yeah.
I forgot to put roll call in there.
Yeah, we got you. Roll call, Ms. Clerk.
Michael Chandler.
Here.
Cale Crane.
Here.
Jordan DeLon.
Here.
Tabitha Denny.
Here.
Terry Hickey.
Here.
Terry Hodges.
Here.
Dusty Maple.
Here.
Kenny Smith.
Here.
Brick Wall.
Here.
Michael Woodley.
Here.
Number 4 on the agenda, approve, disapprove minutes from the meeting on November the 20th, 2023 as printed.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Crane made the motion, Mr. Woodley second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 5, Committee A.
All right. Committee A met on December the 1st, 2023. All members were present. We had several things to go over that day. First off, we was looking for an admin building janitor position. Motion was made by Diddy to move the pay to $13 an hour for janitor's pay. Hours will be under 24 hours a week. And it's seconded by Hodges. All members are in favor. I'd like to make a motion to go ahead and approve that pay.
I'll second.
Mr. Crane made a motion, and Ms. Denny seconded it. All in favor, I think, we don't, that would be all right, won't it, Lisa? I mean, it's no,
Roll call since it's an increase.
Yeah, so it's a pay
okay,
increase.
roll call.
Michael Chandler.
Yes.
Cale Crane.
Yes.
Jordan DeLon.
Yes.
Tabitha Denny.
Yes.
Terry Hickey.
Yes.
Terry Hodges.
Yes.
Dusty Maple.
Yes.
Kenny Smith.
Yes.
Brick Wall.
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
No.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carried.
Second line of business we had was fuel tank bids. We got one bid in from Rogers Group Petroleum. Everybody should have been able to look over all that. Motion was made by Hodges to take the 3-year contract with Rogers Petroleum, seconded by Hickey, and all members are in favor. Does anybody have any questions?
Says the drop-off fee, the $400, what about the pickup if you cancel the contract?
No, I don't know on the pickup. Yeah. That's something we can ask them when it comes that time, or we can ask them beforehand.
They keep up the.
I would assume if you're signing a 3-year contract that you would have to pay the rest of it out. At 3 years, you own it, correct, Cale?
My understanding, yes. That's how they've got the 3-year, 50 cents above cost of fuel. That's why we pay them. That's our payment plan with them. And then once that 3-year contract is over, we should own everything that they brought up here to put up. Card lock system, the 2 tanks, and everything else.
Regular use kind
honestly, they didn't say any maintenance and everything is in the cost as well, from my understanding on all
I
of it.
just wondered if it was something like after the contract.
Sure, after the contract has been kept up by us, because we've been paid for it. And the card reader system will be, you know, cards for the sheriff's department and everybody else, so we know who's getting how much fuel at what time and when.
Did they say about the key cards, or those
Yeah.
extra, are they all?
It's in the
everyone-
cost.
Every much.
The card lock system. It's all in that estimated cost. It'll be on a computer in the mayor's office as well.
Any other questions on the fuel tank bids?
No, I'm assuming. Well, I'll make a motion to go forward and do the 3-year contract with Rogers Petroleum.
I'll second.
Crane made the motion, Mr. Crane, Mr. Woodley seconded it. Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler. Kel Crane.
Yes.
Jordan DeLong.
Yes.
Tabitha Denny.
Yes.
Terry Hickey.
Yes.
Terry Hodges.
Yes.
Dusty Maple.
Yes.
Kenny Smith.
Yes.
Brick Wall.
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried.
Next line was old business. We didn't have any old business that night to go over. We had several things in new business we had to do. Motion was made by Denny to have the mayor's office to act on receiving the money and material back from Watson's Construction for working on what was the American Legion building to be turned into a daycare. That was seconded by Hodges. All members were in favor. Everybody should have a packet. It's with Watson's Construction. The cost of labor and materials and all that's already was paid for in full up front. We've not had nothing really done in a good while on that. And we just thought it would be best to go ahead and receive that money back. And I'm pretty sure it was ARP money, correct?
Yes.
That way we might be able to utilize it somewhere else in the county.
How easy is it gonna be to get back?
Don't know till we try.
I don't think it should have ever been paid out due to the fact that they hadn't completed the work.
From previous conversations with Watson's Construction, they have bought some materials with the part of the money. We don't know, one section is what it would cost for all the labor, and the other section was for all the materials. So we don't know how much labor they put in for the work that they have done, so we'll have to get in contact with them and have a sit down and try to figure out those numbers. If they even remember, 'cause it's been 2 years or better. About a year.
Any pictures taken before they started work?
To my knowledge, no. I'm just glad there was a contract.
His first check was wrote 4/27/22.
And the labor.
First one was just the material.
19,000.
That was for the materials. And then he had a list of, you have it there in the packet of the material that he was purchasing.
8/12/22, 5,000. Is that the labor?
The labor was $16,058.45. That was the total amount for the labor.
And the checks was rolled over for what?
4/27,
There was different, there was different times because he would,
8/12.
they done what they called, draws.
My invoices are showing 721.
Nine, seven.
So 2 years.
I mean, obviously, a daycare would have been good. However, the fact that the requirements to make it state certified are so much, I don't think that we're ever gonna get anyone to be able to meet those standards that the state was setting.
They were gonna let him finish his work to accommodate the labor and the materials, but nothing else has been decided on if they were gonna follow through with it, go through with the daycare grant or not. So everything's just been put on hold since then.
They were waiting on the architect, right? Yeah.
Because Mr. Watson actually come up and met with them about this.
It sounds like we're just gonna have to schedule a meeting with Mr. Watson and have a sit down and talk to him, right?
Yeah, if we decide to go forward with the action that was done. If not, we don't need to. If we don't approve it to what's the motion been made to the meeting, then there ain't no need to even call it.
So what did Committee B decide on the daycare? Was there a decision?
The last thing we had was, we was waiting on a letter back from the architect on what their findings were gonna be, and we've not heard from them. That was the last meeting that we had on them there.
And the architect was gonna be paid for by the daycare grant, correct?
Yes.
So I make a motion that we table this until, Committee B can meet and decide what they wanna do as far as the daycare. I think a decision needs to be made about that before we proceed about going and getting the funds.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
All right. Next was, a motion was made by Denny to take action needed to receive money back for services done at the old county landfill by Farmers and Morgan, seconded by Hodges. All members were in favor. Anybody has any questions on why we're asking for the money back?
He's a crook. Well, the purpose was where the Vanderbilt grass was planted, all of it died.
Right.
I mean, and plus, when you do the research on it, it was not, it should have been planted in South Florida,
Yeah.
not Tennessee.
And they were told that it wouldn't grow here as well. Was that not?
I can't answer that part, but UT says it will not grow here.
Well, I'll make a motion
Watered it
to
every other day.
go forward with that.
Did you say that?
Mr. Crane's made a motion to go forth with this, to pursue our money to get back, or whatever, from Farmer Morgan. Mr. Chandler seconded. Yes, we need a roll call.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Bill Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Maple,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Rick Wall,
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried.
Next line was, motion was made by Hickey to pay the insurance deductible from 39,000 to 58400-506 of $5,000. That was seconded by Hodges, and all members were in favor. And that was from the leaks, correct, from the water main?
The insurance deductibles that we had to pay.
Well, we was good until we actually had 2 deductibles we had to pay for the sheriff's department, but we've not paid for the deductible yet for the building.
Okay.
Because not all of it's been accounted for yet. Still getting invoices in, we still
Okay.
pay it.
So scratch this and come back with the rest of it? Or do we need to go ahead and approve this?
I go ahead and approve it.
Okay. I'll make a motion to go ahead and approve the 5,000 for the insurance deductible.
I'll second.
So we need roll call. Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Kel Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Maple,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Rick Wall,
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried.
See, motion was made by Denny to take 1,000 from, line 39,000 for donation, seconded by Hickey. All members are in favor. And what that was for, I was a little vague in that line, and that's for the Chattanooga Food Bank. And I'd like to also add in there that it needs to come out of 101-39,000 and go to 101-51100-316. Anybody have any questions? Thoughts or opinions?
What was it? Just a donation?
Yeah, the Chattanooga Food Bank, we donate every year. Is that not right, Mayor?
Yeah, Miss Lovell, she says that Chattanooga they called here a while back asking for their donation, and I forgot how many tons that they donate each year to Van Buren County, which is the third Thursday, I think, of each month. You know what I'm saying? And they were asking for a donation, which we didn't have it in their schedule.
Make a motion to approve the 1,000 for donation to Chattanooga Food Bank.
I'll second it.
Who was that?
Mr. Chandler.
Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Kel Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Maple,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Rick Wall,
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried.
All right, motion was made to pay a part-time truck driver $15 an hour and to place an ad in the paper of the open position. It was seconded by Hodges. I forgot, I didn't even put down, I think Ms. Denny made that motion, and it was seconded by Hodges, and all members were in favor. After a long haul, we finally got our other truck running and able to put a driver in it. So now we need to figure out what we was wanting to pay them, and for what we have in the line item, $15 an hour will work out great to pay them. It's already in there to have a part-time truck driver, so we don't really have to change anything. We just needed to come up with a hourly wage for them.
The number of hours.
Yeah, and the number of hours, and that was gonna be kinda dictated on what the
need is.
part-time truck driver could do. And I'd like to make a motion to approve that.
I have a second.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Kell Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Maple,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Rick Wall,
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carried.
That's all we had.
That Lisa Cope, the child advocacy.
We didn't really make any action besides, Miss Cope was asking for donations for the Imagination Library. Is that right, Miss Cope? And, I don't know, I think myself and Gordon will probably
Right
just
now,
bring out of pocket.
the way the structure has changed with the way they receive money for right now, I'd be willing to donate $100.
Same.
If, everyone did, that would meet her needs for now.
I'll have to get with Miss Cope and give her some money.
Everybody understand what we're doing? Jordan suggested we all donate, all 10 of us donate $100 apiece, and that would take care of her donation, and, I mean, if you can't, you can't, you know what I'm saying? She'll take 900 or 800 or 700, whatever we can come up with.
I'll give 100.
I'll do it.
What's he going to?
That's all we had, yeah.
Okay.
If anybody can't meet up with her, holler and I'll come get it and take it to her.
Oh, that's putting a lot of trust on something.
The trustworthiest one here.
Yeah.
Number 6 says, any discussion from the public? Anybody got any input that they wish to bring out?
I know Bingley's gotta have some input, don't you, Chris?
I got,
Yeah, we got you.
it's here.
It should be put with.
Okay, any old business?
Well, old business, I think we can take care of this. For the resolution, was for raising from 2,500 to 10,000, you know, we've got to do a private act to send to Nashville to get it passed for them. Since we don't have one physically in hand tonight, we're asking you to pass this orally tonight so that they can type one up tomorrow, and we can get it to our state representative to go to Nashville.
What's the private act for again?
The private act is in, we got wrote up, after we went through everything with the state, the comptroller's office. You know, they had us under the thumb for 2,500. Well, back in November, I think it was, they sent us a letter lifting that 2,500 off of us. So we bid 2 or 3 things out that was over 2,500, or one, maybe one. When the auditors was doing their work, they found a private act for 1986 that was enacted by the county commission because of a county mayor that we had during that time frame, that to limit his spending to 2,500 without going through the county commission. And so to raise it up to 10,000 where we thought we were, this is the reason for the private act today. Unless you want to keep it at 2,500.
They suggested we went to 10,000, though, correct?
Well, they lifted it from, they just said that we would go to the standard.
Standard.
Yeah, and the standard is 10,000. Isn't that correct?
Schools are under that now.
And that's to keep from having to put so much stuff in the paper. You can do it without having to run a notice in the paper for it.
Anybody got any questions? I'll make a motion to go forward with the resolution.
I'll second.
Roll call. Okay, roll call, please.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Kell Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Maple,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Brick Wall,
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried. Any other old business, Dave?
That's all that I have.
Let's go with new business.
We've got plenty of new.
We got some of it.
Mr. Michael, okay, Chris, the agriculture resolution.
Assuming that David put it in your packet, so you all know that this has been a long journey. We was trying to get an electric sign, digital sign out in front of the Ag Learning Center. And we thought we had it, then we didn't have it, then we thought we had it again. Well, anyway, I wrote a grant. Let me back up. David wrote a grant, and we got approved for $25,000 from the Tennessee Department of Ag. And we got approved for that grant for a digital sign. We put the bid out last week, opened it yesterday. We received one bid. That bid is $21,000 and some change, which is below the $25,000. None of this is coming from any county money, but we've got to have your approval in order to enter into the contract to get it shipped. That will leave us roughly $3,700 to install it. Because the one that we bid out, it was kind of specific because we wanted to protect the LED lights. That way, if somebody comes through and chunks a bottle at it, it bounces off of it, it doesn't break it, you know. And that's got a lifetime warranty on it. So we was pretty specific in what we was asking for there.
That's 100% grant.
Oh, yeah. No county, it's not gonna cost the county anything right now. I mean, nothing. You know, the only thing it might cost the county is if we can't install it for $3,700, but good night. I don't see any reason why we can't put a sign up for $3,700. You know,
Know an electrician.
we know an electrician, yeah.
we
And I've done
also-
talked to somebody about digging some holes.
And we
So-
also know somebody that's got a 30-inch auger too.
So, you know.
Well, I'll make a motion to move from 101, 39,000. Is that 101 still, Heather? To move 25,000 to fund 101, 51, 800-599 for the usage of a sign.
I'll second.
And the way this grant works with the Tennessee Department of Ag is, of course, we pay for it, and then it's kind of like ag enhancement. I know a lot of you are familiar with ag enhancement. It kind of works like ag enhancement. We buy it, we send them a bill, they send us the money.
Motion been made and second. Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Kel Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Maple,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Brick Wall,
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carried.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Do the Jerry Copeland
Yes.
bond next. Not Jerry, Jared, sorry.
We need to approve bond for Mr. Jared Copeland, which will be sitting in the seat of the Director of Schools January 1. And his bond is how much? Has to be, I don't know.
100,000.
100,000.
I'll make a motion to approve the bond.
I'll second.
Long made the motion to approve, motion, Michael Woodley seconded it. I guess we'll need a roll call.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Kell Crane.
Yes.
Jordan DeLong.
Yes.
Tabitha Denny.
Yes.
Terry Hickey.
Yes.
Terry Hodges.
Yes.
Dusty Maple.
Yes.
Kenny Smith.
Yes.
Brick Wall.
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried.
Should be January 1.
Do what?
Effective date should be January 1, correct?
If that's the date you
2024
guys-
instead of July 30.
She retires, December 30, so yeah.
That's what I'm saying, the date, it says effective date July 1, 2023.
It w-
I mean, you know.
That's when he got in the position,
Right.
correct? As far as,
So they've done-
learning the position.
Right.
He's in the learning process. Should not have been done in July.
Or when this was done was November the 3rd, and then it expires July 1 of 25. Yeah. But yes, I see what you're saying now, David. I was looking at commencing on the first day of July and ending of 23 and ending on the first day of July 25.
That needs rewritten.
He says it's okay.
Okay. We're good to go.
Just wanted to make sure.
Next.
A lot.
Next thing.
They have to vote on
Yeah.
Come on.
that. Need a roll call on that.
I'm gonna address one of the
Hang
things
on
in
just a
the,
second. Need a roll call on,
Did we not do it?
yes.
On what?
oh, we did do one?
Yeah.
We done
Okay.
approved it.
Okay, sorry, my fault.
Just 'cause you and I are
Yeah, that, we were busy
In
talking
the
about
new
this.
business packet, or, this is one of the things that was in there. The sheriff will go over the rest. We reached out to our company, CPC, they do our telephones back there for the inmates, and asked if they would sponsor gift cards for our employees for Christmas. And they had overnight a check. This money is like, kind of like earmark money from them. It's not our monthly contribution that's deposited into the general fund. This is money they set aside for us. And after talking to the auditor, it can specifically be for things for the sheriff's department. You just have to ask for it, bring it in, put it in a line item, commission has to approve it. So next year, we will earmark that money in our budget, so we won't have to come and ask for it every time. But what we're asking is an amendment so that we can buy $33 $50 Walmart gift cards. And that check is already here. But it does have to be approved by the commission.
This is the 49,800 to transfer in, the 1,650.
Yeah, and it'll come out of, we'll create a contribution line item for it to come out of. And when we hand these gift cards out, they will have to sign, each one of them will have to sign, and we'll have to keep the documentation for audit.
Make that in the form of a motion.
I'll second.
You got those numbers, Lisa?
I do.
Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Kell Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Maple,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Brick Wall,
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried. Who's next? You got any more, David?
Yep, Mr. Brock has got a personnel policy.
Go over, good evening tonight. So the first thing that we had was a revision and an update to our personnel policy. Revisions were made, and everyone should have a copy of that. The revisions are in red in that policy to make those clearly evident to everyone. And you have it?
You don't have no red, but it's okay.
Oh, inside the policy, there's not?
It's not printed in
not
color. It's,
red.
Oh, I apologize, all that
No,
was.
it's okay.
So,
Mine is.
Well, they went all out for you,
colors cost more money. That's cool.
no worries.
Highlight it for you.
I've got that, I can point those out to you. Really what those were revisions to clarify employment requirements. It revised the definitions of full-time and part-time law enforcement officers to be more in line with the post definitions. We made emphasis in the areas of holiday time, vacation time, and sick time, and made some clarification in the wages with certifications area of the policy, and clarified some vague areas in regards to probationary periods. So I made those revisions and sent those down to Mr. Upchurch's office, and he reviewed those, and I got the email back, which you have a copy of, saying that he had reviewed those and he approved those. So just ask that those would be acknowledged. Don't think that you guys have to vote on accepting the policy, but just that it's acknowledged in the minutes.
What do we need to do here? Entered in the
No,
minute? Nothing?
no, he spoke, so I'll add it to the minutes.
Okay. Any questions on that? All right. So the next item I have is regards to a contract that we entered into. We signed our agreement at the end of September and sent the contract back to the TBI, the Tennessee Dangerous Drugs Task Force. And we entered into this contractual agreement with them that they would reimburse us on overtime hours, up to 12 hours per case, per officer, on cases in regards to certain dangerous drugs. So I presented those and talked to you guys about that back then. We've come to now where we've received our first reimbursement from the TBI for hours that we've worked. And there's not a dollar figure that I can tell you that we expect to receive from them. It's going to basically depend on the hours we work and the cases that are made. So each time that we incur this cost, it'll come out of my overtime line. We'll send that information to the TBI, to the Tennessee Dangerous Drug Task Force. They will in turn reimburse us. So what I'm asking tonight is for you to make the amendment to the budget, and we need to move monies, I guess it's receipted in, and the miscellaneous line of 44170 will be debited $216, and that will be moved in back into my line item for overtime. So that's just asking for that amendment to be made. And each time that we incur this and we receive that, I'll be bringing it back to you guys every time.
Also make that one in the form of a motion.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler?
Yes.
Kel Crane?
Yes.
Jordan DeLong?
Yes.
Tabitha Denny?
Yes.
Terry Hickey?
Yes.
Terry Hodges?
Yes.
Dusty Maple?
Yes.
Kenny Smith?
Yes.
Brick Wall?
Yes.
Michael Woodley?
Yes.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried.
And then the last thing that I have is an amendment due to an extradition cost that we're incurring. And I'm asking that there would be $1,000 taken from the fund balance and moved into my line item for travel of 54110. The reason for this, as a result of the recent case that come up here in Van Buren County, and we're needing to extradite 2 people from the state of New York. And the cost for that will be $2,000. Just so happens that Warren County has existing warrants on one of these individuals, and Warren County has advised that they will have this bill with me so they can have this guy when we're done. So we don't have a line in our budget for extradition because it doesn't happen. We've extradited one person since I've been here, and that was from Atlanta, and I drove there myself and got him. So talked to a few people and learned, several years ago, I think there was an extradition that was made from the state of Florida. And while county representation was there, a vehicle tore up, and they ended having to stay longer than what they'd planned on. So this is a pretty good fee, I feel like, and we're getting a pretty good deal with Warren County splitting this with us. So we're out $1,000 to get both of these people back. So I'd ask for that amendment to be made, please.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Ray made the motion, Woodley second, please.
Michael Chandler. Kel Crane.
Yes.
Jordan DeLong.
Yes.
Tabitha Denny. Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Mabel,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Rick Wall,
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried.
Thank you, guys, and have a Merry Christmas.
Got a couple more. Got two more. 1650 and 8100. Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Oh,
Been there
yeah. I
twice.
see. Never mind, you got one more. That was
I
that.
have a copy of that. I don't know where my copy went. I think they gave it.
Tabitha made that motion.
Okay, this is a solid waste grant for the property out there. Finally, everything finally came down that, so that we could purchase the property for $8,100. So this is, you should have it there in your packet there. That's what the $8,100 is for, is to pay for the property. Or where we paid for the property. I don't know where,
You know, we come back a couple of months ago and reduced the revenue for that grant, because we didn't get the total amount that we thought. It was just gonna be like 68,000. But that was without that 8,100 being in there. So then they come back and made an amendment and said, yes, we can purchase the land on that grant. So now we're having to adjust the amount for that revenue and the expenditure line item. So that's what we're asking, 39,000 to come from the fund balance of $4,410. We will debit the revenue, 46,170 of 3690. And then we will add that to the expenditure line item of 55732,717 for 8,100.
I'll put that form in a motion.
I'll second.
Roll call when you get to it, Lisa.
Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Kel Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLong,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Mabel,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Rick Wall,
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried. That it?
that's all I have, except for everybody have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Your motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Who's gonna say?
Who made the motion?
I think it was Michael and Kel.
We'll split it. Let Michael have it and I'll second it.
Okay.
All in favor?
Lisa, you wanna do one more roll call?
No, that's okay.
Everyone out?